Okay, hello YouTube, we're back for another video. Hi. So I just did a swipe pour and I've got paint left over, and obviously I don't want the paint to go to waste, so I'm gonna try to do a, or not a swipe pour, I did a, well, let me see if I can show you real quick. This is the one I just finished here. I'm sorry, the camera's on a tripod, so it's kind of hard to turn, it's hitting everything. But yeah, I did that swipe one, really cool. You should be able to check out the video probably before this one, or a little before this one or something, if you want to check that whole video out. I'll try to remember to put a link in there. I don't know if I'll remember. But anyways, let's get a little closer here. Get a little closer. I say that every video, don't I? All right, hello baby, we're back. Make me feel real funny, make me spend my money. Who's that? Come on, who's that, you old timers? It's the Big Bopper, I think. Isn't that the Big Bopper? Was it? I think so. So, what we've got here is failure to communicate. What movie was that? Cool Hand Luke. This is gonna be trivia. This is gonna just be movie trivia. We're not gonna do a full pour here. Okay, so anyways, I've got all these paints here left over. If you do watch that other video with the other one, it'll have the description of what all the paints were, but it's mostly all acrylic. I think I used one metallic one here, but like you can see, hey, I use this one, yep, this one, here's that label, here you go, here's that label. Like, what am I doing? That's not helping you, is it? Anyways, so it's about roughly half Floetrol, half acrylic paint. Here's the Floetrol here. You can buy it at Home Depot or on Amazon, really good stuff. I think it's cheaper at Home Depot than it is like at Michael's or something like that. And then we've got a little bit of distilled water to thin them out, so if any of them are too thick, that's what we do. So what I'm going to do, my friends, is get all this paint and pour it in the cup here, and then we're going to do a pour. Now I've done some other videos here and other pours where we just, you know, the flip pour, we just flip it and then let it sit for a second, and then we'll just lift the cup off. What I want to try to do today, and I've seen on a few videos, is that kind of sideways pour that people do. So you put the cup in and you kind of just slowly let the paint work its way in there. And this one right here that I'm pouring right here is a metallic. I meant to do all acrylics. I don't think this is an acrylic one, but all the rest are. So that's okay. So that's metallic aqua green, I think. This one is purple. Ooh, I should have made, gosh darn it, that purple's getting thick. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yep. I should add a little more distilled water in that purple, but you know what? As Bob Ross says, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And you know what? He is absolutely right. It's very rare, at least in this kind of art form, that you know, unless you're specifically trying to do a specific design or something, then of course you make a mistake. But if you're just kind of having fun and experimenting, there's really no wrong. Really nothing you can do wrong. And a little yellow here. There's a lot of yellow in that one. Let's get some orange going here. I should have stirred each one before I did it because they're starting to thicken up, and I didn't. But we'll see what happens. Oop, darn it, I poured that one kind of fast. I meant to pour it slow. See, these lots of happy accidents here today, folks. And let's get a little bit of white on top too. And I did spray a little bit of silicone on top of each of these on the last one, but I didn't do it here. So being that they've already got the silicone in them, I think we're okay, but I'm still gonna, gosh darn it, my right hand hurts a little bit here. Sustained an injury there. You know what? Screw it. It's mixing together a little bit. All right, there we go. And then we'll keep it sideways. Yeah, there we go, a little blast. It's just this silicone blaster stuff. I'll put it in the description too. But you can get that at Amazon or Home Depot or wherever. So let me see if I can have you see that. So it's kind of got, shoot, the way this light is, there we go, that's a little bit better, but you can see it's kind of, the Floetrol helps keep it, you know, separated there a little bit, I believe. Did I get all the colors in there yet? You know what, let's try to get a little bit of black on top. You know, so I did this once and I got too much in there, it was a mistake, but I find all the videos that I've watched whenever, oh, see, these cheap cups, man. These cheap cups, you dirty rat. All right, these are horrible. I find the ones that use black, it just really comes out cool. Black is such a great color, but it can easily, you know, overwhelm, so you gotta be careful not to overdo the black. Yeah, so I think we got a good mixture. I can see the silicone already starting to break up a little bit in there, so I think we're good. I think And there's other people that will put a little, you know, do I have white left? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's just, you know, since what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here, folks? Yeah, let's just put a little bit on there. We'll put a little bit of white on there. I'm just gonna put a little bit right in the center there, and a little bit, this is pure Floetrol right there. You know what, let's see what happens. Let's put a little Floetrol and white right there together, and then we'll kind of spread it out just a little bit here. You guys see that? Yeah, you can see that stuff. So that will just kind of help to start the pour, I think. And then let's see what happens. I'm just gonna start. I meant to go slower. I meant to go slower. I really don't want to force it out too quickly. I want to really the colors. Oh wow. Yeah, this is not what I was trying to do. I wasn't necessarily trying to do something exact. This was not it. But you know, let's see what happens. Like I say, like Bob Ross says, just happy accidents. Some happy trees. And as you can see through the forest there's just some happy accidents. He always had that. I love Bob Ross, man. God, I wish that guy was still around. I absolutely love that dude. And it's calming. I mean, if you ever have a headache or you're just looking to get away from the Twitter world or the news or all the craziness that's, oh, there's a little chunk there. Craziness, put on some Bob Ross. He's so relaxing. And I swear, and if you're not a painter, you'll watch him and go, I can do that. He makes it look so easy. And then you go to do it, and you can do it, but you realize that the guy has had some practice. It's not his first rodeo there. Okay, so see, maybe I'm going too fast because it's starting to spread quicker than I wanted it to. Shoot. Well, hey, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's go for it and see what happens. See, I'm a little worried that the color is all going to that edge right there. And I want it to just spread more throughout. I wonder if I go a little bit higher. Will that help it maybe? Yeah, look at that. I think that pouring it a little bit slower and going a little higher, it seems like it's kind of spreading it in a circle a little more as it comes out there. But you can also, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but there's some, there's some spots that are a little clumpy. Sometimes the Floetrol, you definitely want to shake your bottle of Floetrol before you pour it out. But I saw a video where a girl put, I don't know if it was a real thin mesh or if it was like pantyhose or something like that, but she put some real thin material over the top, where the cap would go, like a rubber band, and then poured it out in her cup that way. And so it poured out slower, but you know, it really get, you know, none of the clumps would pass through, so it was perfect. So I need to do that. And then and sometimes you get a bottle of paint that's been on the shelf for a long time or whatever, and you know, it just is clumped up a little bit. And even if you shake it still doesn't really matter that much. So all right, I think we're getting to the end here. Yeah, I think that's the end. So. And that's another thing, see how I moved it back and a couple drops went right there? Some people don't like that. Do whatever, you'll figure it out. Let's try to go a little bit closer there if I can. Oh, want to back up a little so you can see the whole thing. I know it's kind of hard to see. You know what, let me take the camera off and let you get a little bit closer to see what's going on here. So, as you can see, it looks really cool the way it is, but obviously we want it to cover the whole thing. So I'm gonna start, you know, tilting the canvas, and we're gonna see, you know, what happens. Hopefully it still keeps a lot of that cool color and doesn't just turn into a big old blue gob. Sorry, I'm moving the camera in a lot right there. Sorry. All right, so let me get you a little closer too while I do it. Let's do it like that. We did it like this. We did it like that. We did it on the so I'm on the run. Okay, little Beastie Boys for you guys there. All right, let's go ahead and start to do. Yeah, see how we're. Oh man, it's almost a shame to do it, isn't it? Look at that. It just looks so cool the way it looks. It's almost a shame, but you know what? It's getting late and we gotta get some sleep. So now we're gonna try to slowly keep that circle pattern the best I can. There. Wow, look at the sides. It almost looks like an oil slick. You ever like see the reflection of oil on the ground and how it gets that real rainbowy look? That's almost what it looks like on the side there. That is a trip. Oop, starting to spread too much that way. don't know if you can hear my son. I got a 4-year-old yelling in the background. His mom, my wife, keeps telling him to be quiet, and of course he's not listening. Which is so unusual for a 4-year-old not to listen. We've got the only 4-year-old in the world that doesn't listen. It's really strange. All right, so we're slowly. Sorry, I can't always tilt it towards the camera. I gotta pay attention to this more than the camera right now. So you're gonna kind of get bits and pieces as I do it here. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to get a better setup too with the camera. The videos that I've watched that I really like is when people have the camera right above them, pointing straight down, as opposed to this kind of angle. The lighting's better. You can see the whole thing while they're talking. It's just much better. So forgive me for for being kind of a bad angle here, but hopefully you can deal with it here until we can do what we want to do. Wow, these colors, look at those colors, man. That is just amazing how much that is spreading. Okay, we're gonna try to get this corner finished so we don't gotta come back to it. Here we go. See, this is where I worry though, because that center, I'm losing that center a little bit. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it and see what happens. Okay. Let's go back this way. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Whoa, it's gonna look really weird.
Thank you.
Thank you for what? Okay, yeah, so this is clearly not gonna stick with its circle look that we had there before. It's clearly losing the circle look. But I am excited for what it's gonna look like because it's looking pretty cool right now. I'm liking it. Let's get that tip there, let's get that tip, there we go. This is, yeah, this is not how I was expecting to come out, not what I was trying to do, but I'm really well. Let me try to face it towards you guys while I get this last corner here. See, I'm getting a little worried that I might have needed just a little bit more paint in there. I'm wondering if I can just maybe do the black on the edges, maybe? I don't know. But I definitely don't want to, no, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I think, you see that corner by my hand right there? It's getting there, it's just taking a little while. And you could take a little stick and smooth it out, but it really is a difference in the pattern when you do that. And sometimes it looks cool when you do it, even though it looks different than the rest of the painting. But I want to try to do it without touching it at all. All right, so we're looking good there. Now, let's just get this last corner right here. You can see a little bit of white by my finger there. Okay. And let's see here. Come on, flow over. Plus we'll get a little more of that. See that purple in that top corner looks good too. Oh, you can't quite see it on the film there. Film. God, how old am I film? Does anyone use film to record anymore? I don't think so. All right, come on, get this last piece. Come on, go, go, go. Come on, work your way down there. Hey, at least I'm not getting it on the wrong thing there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just maybe set this one down. And just, gosh, come on, I don't want to, well, you know what, let's see what happens. We'll see what it looks like. Let's touch it here. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's okay, I think we can work with that. So, let's put it back here on the cups. And, let me dry my hands off and try to get the camera on there and give you guys a better view of it there. Just a little bit. Go a little bit closer. I want you to still be able to see the whole thing. I think I'll take the camera off in a minute and give you a close-up, okay? But let me get these sides here. I want to make sure that there's no white on the sides here. So yeah, if you just take your finger and just tap it, and a lot of times the paint will spill in a really cool way too. So it looks really cool. You can tap it on there, and you know, it looks like the pattern that you were doing. So I'm just getting these last little bits right here on the side. There we go. Oh man, I really like that one. I'm telling you guys, if you're watching this video and you do this stuff, then you already know how fun it is. But if you're watching this and thinking about getting into it, I'm telling you, it's messy. Sorry, excuse me, that was gross. It is definitely messy, but it is so much fun. And I'm gonna use the paper. We try not to use, I got paper towels here, which we try not to use because it's just a pure waste. We try to reuse the same cloths over and over, but I gotta touch the camera, so I wanna make sure my hands don't have paint on them. But yeah, let me get the camera off and show you guys a little close up here. One, Uno momento por favoro. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay, and I got to get the right angle too because the light really shines bright on it. But look at that! Isn't that cool? This one came out really cool. Look at here's the cup I use, and you can see like even the cup looks cool with all the different patterns. Because I'm hoping apparently my son's being really bad. My wife's yelling at her, but so anyways, you can see all the little patterns that came up, and there's really not a lot of cells on this one. I think because the silicone basically poured out on my other painting, this one here that we did, and with this one I just sprayed that one spray, so you're not getting a lot of cells, but I'm still very happy with it. Looks very, very cool. So we'll give it a few weeks to dry, and then we'll either varnish or resin on it, depending on. Yeah, see this way the light's really getting it. You can see that nice shine on it. I'm trying to get it where the light's not blocking it for you guys. There we go. And there's the edges there, so you can just touch them with your finger if there's any white on there still, and it's fine. It'll dry fine. But yeah, let's try to get a little bit closer here for you guys. A little purple up there. Yeah, look at that, the way it spreads. So, you know, it started out as a circle, like I said. So if I would have done more paint in the cup, I would have had enough to just keep pouring and probably could have kept more of that circle pattern that we were kind of going for in the beginning. Instead, it got way spread it out like you can see here, which I still loved. It came out awesome, but the more paint you have in there, you know, the more you can just do that circle. So on the next one, I'm gonna probably try to do that, do more paint and to be able to really cover the whole canvas slowly and then let it dry in more of a circle pattern. But either way, came out cool. Hope you guys like it. Like, share, feed, sunlight, repeat, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.